Welcome in, everyone. This is More in the Know podcast. My name is Josh Morin. I am joined by a special guest, my guy, fellow Montanan and business partner with Farm Sushi, Evan.
Yes, sir.
Evan Lunde. How you doing, Evan?
Yes, sir. Doing well, man. Doing well. I appreciate you bringing me down to the Farm Sushi headquarters here. Reporting live from Arizona.
Live, baby. Live action. How was the drive from Las Vegas?
It's good, man.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
You know, I typically fly out here, but I'm a meat dealer now, and I had to pick up my load.
Meat.
So me, being that, I had to hop in the Jeep, man, and cruise on over. So
all right.
It was good though, man. It was like 4.5 hours.
Sweet.
So
now
quick and easy, bro.
Quick and easy. That's kind of your motto in life.
Yeah, quick and easy.
We'll see how quick and easy it is. I just want to get right into this because I don't want to waste any time with the viewers right now. This is a very special podcast. We're going to break down Farm Sushi, our vision behind Farm Sushi, and most importantly, Evan is going to be trying raw liver, for the very first time in his life. So how do you feel about that?
First of all, I kind of feel like you're taking advantage of me. You're taking my V card here.
Okay.
Taking my V card. So, taking my liver V card, and honestly, bro, I think I'm gonna take it like a champ.
All right. So, what we have in front of us, here is about about an ounce of liver each.
Okay.
This liver is from our partnership from McCafferty Ranch.
Yep.
Farm Sushi is proud to say that we are partnered with McCafferty Ranch. This liver is grass-fed, sprout finished, and we're going to get into all of this here on today's podcast. No hormones, no antibiotics, 100% all American, but more importantly, all Montana.
Montana, baby.
Montana made. There's just something about being Montana made that just hits different, right?
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's a different breed up there when it comes to Montana made products, right?
Yep. People, meat, whatever.
People just built different up there. Yep. So we're going to jump right into this. This is Evan's first time eating liver, and we want to do it on the More in the Know podcast. This is the very first Farm Sushi podcast. Let's just do it. Cheers.
Right.
Okay, I gave Evan a couple different options here, and the options where he could do it OG, like OG, raw, meaning nothing, just raw liver.
Okay.
I like to do a little salt, so I had salted up both of our piles. And then, of course, we have some all-natural organic maple syrup here as well. Evan, I think for the juiciness of this clip, I think it's just best that you just, if you want to eat more throughout, then you could dip in here.
Okay.
But I think just for the raw reaction, this is one of those reaction videos that you watched in the first time. So this is the very first time Evan is eating some raw liver. And we're gonna do it here right now. So let's do it. Cheers. Got any nerves, Evan?
I got my chaser.
Well, here's the thing, Evan. You're fucking dumpster. Evan's a fucking dumpster.
I eat anything, bro. I eat anything. There's only a couple of things in life I won't fuck with. But, this one's gonna be interesting.
All right.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? First off, I'll say is, hold on. All right. It reminds me of a kind of like the texture of like a mushroom.
Yep.
Kind of slimy.
Yeah, a little slimy. Cheers, brother.
So cheers.
Cheers,
bro.
man.
Cheers,
my
bro.
guy.
Here's to the future of Farm Sushi, and hopefully I don't puke on this podcast.
That's perfect. What you think?
First, I think I chewed it too much.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I think I chewed it too much. Because after I took like 3-4 chews, I was like starting to feel like that like
you wanted to puke, like a gag, a gag.
Kinda. But yeah, I mean once all right.
A little different.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you want some more? Try it with the maple syrup now, and tell me if it's a little different. Yeah, just dip it. Just make a little dip. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, man. Cheers to honor.
Yep. Meat dealers.
Meat dealers, baby. Let's go. Cheers. Meat dealers. Okay. Yeah, a little. How's the maple syrup? Different. Yeah, not bad.
Definitely better. Definitely better with the maple syrup.
Yeah.
So what I put down, about a half ounce.
Not quite yet. We're almost there. Yeah, maybe close. Yeah, maybe close.
All right, so okay, we got a little half ounce down.
Yeah.
What, a couple minutes into the podcast here, so maybe
we'll let it sit.
Yeah, we'll let it sit and marinate a little bit.
Yeah, marinate, and then we will get back into it.
All right, fair enough.
But
hey, not bad.
The first time that you eat it,
you realize this is my first drink of water after this.
That's good.
2 pieces.
That's you know what, you're a Montana man. That's the thing, is like, if you're from Montana, you're built different.
Built different.
You truly are built different. Even though we might look, I know you kind of look like one of those like metrosexuals from Las Vegas that live in a high rise. but you know, he gets his hair cut 7 days a week.
Yeah, shout out to my barber, Chuvaton, Gio. Thank you.
You know, 7 days a week. So
how's the lineup?
You know, let's, in and of itself, you're still from Montana.
Yeah. Dude. Some things, some things don't change, and you can never forget where you come from.
This is true.
And I might have, look a little different these days and dress a little different, but end of the day, man, still Montana made, baby.
Montana made, and that's what we're doing here at Farm Sushi, is a Montana made company.
Yep.
So I'm gonna let you share a little bit, but about a year ago, I came up with this idea to essentially deliver the highest quality cuts of meats and organs worldwide, or nationwide to begin with. I started following a few figures that were very influential within the meat and organ industry, and I started to do a lot of research on primal cuts of organs, and truly the bioavailability of the nutrients, the nutrient density, the minerals that are involved, the different health benefits of organs. And then I started to look in the lineage of organs, the importance of them in historical cultures, looking into our ancestral backgrounds, looking into the history behind it all. And what's funny about liver is liver at one point was a delicacy. And so if you were eating liver, you were actually part of the royalty. Yep. And so over time, though, our palates, our mouth, and our taste buds has changed. Why? Because of high processed foods, high fructose corn syrup, so we have all this like MSG like messed with food. So once upon a time, we were very primal. So like eating this back in the day would tasted so good to us.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like a lobster.
Yes.
Like that we have today or something.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It tasted so good. But over time, the palate changed because we went to like these high sugary processed foods, etc. These foods that were very satisfying in terms of like the response that we received in the brain, because a lot of it is like high in sugar, sodium, etc. And so that's, in recent time, liver was never looked at as quote unquote king. And it's in recent time, obviously, there's been some very interesting figures that have hit the influence of social media. And so I saw what was going on within the market and the trend of the market. And I said, I want part of this because I truly believe in the products. Yep. And growing up in Montana, and you can share this a little bit, is growing up in Montana, like, I feel like we're cut off from the world a bit, dude. Like I never purchased burger at the store. It was either we bought it from like a local butcher, a ranch, or we were eating elk. Or deer. Pheasants.
Like everything was like fresh from like the local ranch or the local butcher. I mean, me personally, man, I grew up hunting like everything. I would probably say like growing up, like duck was like my favorite, but like I did them all. I was duck hunting. I was going for shooting white-tailed deer, geese, pheasant, grouse, like the whole nine, man. So
it's interesting because we're cut off from the world. We don't understand the true level of difficulty to source these types of products. And so I was blinded for many, many years, and it wasn't until my 20s, like you said, you weren't until like mid-20s.
So I was I really remember this actually. So my did a decent amount of time in college. I think I put in a 6 or 7 year shift, but my first 3-4 years of college, I'll say specifically, my parents would come to visit me. Had a college house, a bunch of guys, and they would bring down coolers with meat packed from, cut, packaged the whole nine from the local butcher.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, I until I was probably like 23, 24, man, until I actually went to a grocery store. And it was like, I want to make, let's say, spaghetti or something, and I had to buy like ground burger, or even like, go into a barbecue and want to like grab like some steaks and such. And I'll be honest, I was like kind of delusional to like the different qualities of meat. Like I started, I laugh when I buy bacon today because bacon is like you get these little like shitty super thin cut bacon.
Yeah, like paper thin.
We would buy like half a cow or half a pig. We'd split it with some friends or something, and I'd get bacon, dude, like 3/4 of an inch thick. So I grew up, I'm not gonna lie, like great quality meats, and that was whether it was pork, whether it was beef, variety of steaks, all that stuff. So it's ironic that here we are now today, and I look back, I was like, I was kind of raised on good meat, and then it's unfortunately the college and the college lifestyle, and my family was no longer bringing me all these like great cuts anymore. Before you know it, I'm consuming hella processed food. I feel like shit. I look like shit. Going to the grocery store, like, you're aware of this. You go to the grocery store, like, unless you want to, pay, $10 for like a small package of meat, or like ground beef, you're getting like this, like, 75-10, like super fatty, like, yeah, it comes in a big ass package and it'll last you forever, but you cook that shit in the pan, bro, and it's like, what the hell is
damn
this?
Near start a grease fire.
Yeah, bro, there's like a grease overflowing out of the freaking pan.
Right.
So
store-bought meat is not for me.
Yeah. And not only is it shit quality, but like half the time you go there, you see our economy right now. Like half the time I go there, like the shit's hella picked over. There's not much to work with anyway. And it's 2022, man. Like, there's all this convenience out there. I don't know about you, but I'm buying off Amazon. I'm ordering online. We got, cities like you and I are living in. We got same day delivery. I don't want to be waiting for, so it's like I tried to like obviously get in the store, but you can't get shit in these stores right now.
No.
So.
It's so picked over, and I've said this many times over in any business venture that I've done, as well as just understanding the market space. The number one bestseller is convenience.
Yep.
Convenience. Why is fast food what fast food is? Convenience. Yep. Number two is quality.
Yep.
People will buy convenience over quality every single day of the week.
Yep.
And that's why we're in this new era. It's the microwave era where it's like here on command. Everything's on demand, on command.
Yep.
And
that's true.
And now we want to step into the ability to be able to provide high quality meats and organs.
Keyword high quality.
Highest quality. We're talking top
sir.
tier, and I'm going to break that down just slightly in this podcast, but it's convenient, straight from the ranch to your door, right to the table. There's no middleman. You're getting it right from exactly where the meat is being butchered, processed, and then sent straight to you.
You know where it's coming from.
And that's a huge thing, is you know where it's coming from. So that's the convenience factor. The convenience factor is it's literally at the click of your thumbs, a tap of a button, and it's delivered like this, and you know the quality. And then two is then going into quality. Convenience number one, quality number two. And I feel like that's where Farm Sushi really is separates ourselves from these other suppliers online. Is other people doing what we're doing? Yes, but I truly believe we're in the top echelon, not only of convenience but of quality.
No, 100% agree, man. And I when you came to me, with this, and I've love technology, love social media. I take advantage of all this shit, pretty much like at our fingertip. And when you came to me with that, it was actually funny because I had a friend. He was doing a barbecue at his place, and he said that he got Butcher Box,
right?
And he was complaining to me because he was like, he's like, this is so cool, like I love it because I can get just this meat delivered. But he started saying that the quality of the cuts,
they were skimping him too, I bet you.
Yeah, exactly. The quality of cuts, some of the amounts, that he were doing, was just like not what he was really expecting, and truthfully, what he signed up for. So, I think you and me, coming from Montana, and just like a lot of people really don't know like the quality of meats and the cuts that are out there. And you're going to talk about the health benefits, but a lot of people don't know what they're putting in their body,
right?
And with something like this, where we can provide not only that high quality, but have it at their fingertips. And I look at how we're doing business here. We ship on every Tuesday. And you look at, you might be able to say, oh, well, you guys are only shipping one day a week. Do you go grocery shopping every day?
No,
you do not.
Right.
So, what's cool with what we have going on is you can actually plan your grocery shopping. You can plan your meat shopping, pretty much around like our shipping schedule.
Yes.
And I've had friends do that so far. They're like, normally I'm out grocery shopping on Sunday. I was like, well, you know what? We're shipping out on Tuesdays. So, hey, grab your miscellaneous stuff that you want from the store. We are going to get this packed. It's going out the door on Tuesday. You just got 100 pounds delivered.
Yeah.
When did it show up?
It's next day. It's sent out Tuesday. I received it Wednesday.
It's insane.
At noon.
100 pounds of high quality meat, fresh from the ranch, knowing exactly where it's coming from, to your doorstep Wednesday. Like that's
in
wild.
One day.
Yep.
And I'm okay with them understanding the shipping schedule. I'm okay with that because it's a guarantee.
Yep.
And the reason why so Megan is one of the masterminds on like the whole shipping and analytics stuff.
Yeah.
Is they were doing shipping later in the week, and they were shipping all over. But what was happening is the shipping companies aren't always following through. And when she would ship on those specific times, it would take a day or two longer, even though it was overnighted to places. And so essentially going back into that has literally been like the lock and key for guaranteeing that the meat is going to be delivered to your door in one day, arrive completely frozen. Yep. I've had deliveries when I first received our promotional order down here in Arizona. It was 115 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And that order had sat outside for about an hour and 15 minutes by the time that I went from the gym back to my house.
Yeah.
I knew that it got delivered.
Yeah.
I came back, still frozen, all the way frozen.
Yep.
And so, yes, we're only shipping one day a week, but it's overnighted, and it's a guarantee. There's no more meat showing up to your door having it be half thawed, half unthawed.
Yep.
There's no maybe having to show up on the weekend. It's getting sent out Tuesday, and it's getting there Wednesday.
Yep.
That's a guarantee, man.
Yep. And packed with dry ice.
Packed with dry ice.
Packed with dry ice. Frozen solid. And I think it's, as I said, it goes back to me personally, like. I just love the fact that like people can plan around it,
right?
And it's
convenience.
Like, exactly. And once again, it's that convenience factor,
right? That convenience factor, and then now overlapping into quality. And one thing that really opened my eyes this last year was starting to see the level of deception within the meat industry.
Yep.
Is thinking that just because it says this on the package, that means it's quality beef.
Yeah, so I think I know where you're going here, but there's this term grass-fed,
right?
That's thrown on a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And
yes.
You can explain that more.
Right. Yes. Grass-fed. So everybody's like, "Well, is it grass-fed? Is it grass-fed?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, dude, like." That's just a very broad, it's just like eggs. When you buy eggs, pasture raised, free range, cage free. There's all these different terms that if you don't really truly understand what those mean, then you really don't know what and how the food is getting processed, how it's being grown, how it's being delivered, etc.
Yep.
So grass fed's very, very, very broad.
Yep.
And so our cattle are literally free range cattle.
Yep.
They're free range, meaning they have autonomy to go wherever they would like.
Yep.
Just think of like putting these wide open prairies, and then there's mountains in the background, and cattle being able to do whatever they want. That's where your cattle's coming from the Cafferty Ranch.
Yeah, and like I want everyone to think of what the picture he just painted there, because that's where our meat's coming from.
Yes.
When you're in that grocery store and you see that giant ass package of $10, I want you to imagine thousands and thousands of cattle crammed, in a building, eating,
shitting and eating on top of each other.
Yeah, shitting, eating on top of each other, eating a bunch of, there's like the feed, their quote unquote feed that they're giving these guys. Yeah, it's a completely different space, and I think you and I, obviously we're eating raw liver right now, but having some of the steaks, having some of our products, you can tell the difference.
Oh man,
it's the texture, it's the taste, it's the tenderness, everything.
And to be honest too, to even go one step further in terms of physiology, I've had a large spectrum of different cuts of meats and red meats, etc. And I can definitely tell the difference when it comes to digesting the meat. Like my flatulence, my farting, I'm like a lot less. The gas and the bloating is very.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, it's very minimal, and that's a big indication of the quality of meat because what's happening is it's being able to be digested easily, and it's bioavailable and nutrient dense. So it gets in the bloodstream, it gets in the body, it's being able to be broken down, and a lot of the processing that the food goes through, there's a lot of additives, hormones, all sorts of things that are definitely disruptors, hormonal disruptors, stomach disruptors, etc. that you don't really understand. It's fucking $10 for this huge thing for a reason, dude.
Exactly. No, it's always funny to me, and I think as I over the years have slowly tried to start eating healthy and healthier and watching what I'm putting in my body. You look at nutrition facts, and I think even if you would go to the store and look at that label that's on some of these products, versus looking at some of our packages, it's like here's what you're getting, it filled with a ton of shit, and then you get ours and it's like plain simple.
Yeah, 100% beef.
100% beef.
That's it.
Right. Like no shit, no fillers,
nothing,
none of that.
Nothing.
Yep.
And I think that's what's really awesome is starting to see the level of education beginning to be geared more towards knowing exactly where your food's coming from. I don't blame people. I mean, we've been blindsided by this industry that has pumped us full of different ingredients, chemicals, etc. that we're unaware of because we've blindly trusted things.
We're taking drugs and we don't even know it.
I could go so deep into it all in terms of physiology, decreased hormonal levels, decreased testosterone. I mean, the level of inflammation that's happening within the body. I mean, this is all being driven by the food and health industry. I mean, there's nothing healthy about the health industry. Because here's the case. They want us all to be docile. They want us to be soy boys. They want us to be soy boys eating soy. They want us to be eating foods that are not enhancing testosterone and increasing testosterone because they want to make us docile. And a man that's docile is not a threat to the establishment.
Yep. No, and a lot of that shit, bro. It actually rolls into like addiction, and it's like you like people are eating like this fast food, like this processed shit, because it's crack, dude.
It's crack.
Like it's just like you keep like craving it and fiending it. That's what they always say. Like you cut a lot of those like processed shit and the sugars and etc. out of your diet. After a period of time, like you no longer even crave that shit. You no longer even think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
It is an addiction at first. I mean, you have to definitely overcome because there's this neurochemical cocktail in the brain that fires and wires just as if you were to take some sort of narcotic substance, cocaine, etc. Yeah. And it feeds the brain the same exact way. It shows the same neurology in the brain, sparking different parts of the brain and signaling different parts of the brain. And this is from the food that we're eating. Yeah. And so if you continue to eat these foods, then you're going to be neurologically addicted to these foods, and then you're going to want to eat them more and more. I mean, look at the obesity issue that's in America.
America's
fat, unhealthy, and docile. And I think it's time to really take back our true autonomy and freedom. And I believe it's a level of education and understanding of what truly you're putting in your body. And I'm going to start with this: is like there's so much information out there, and I know that it can seem overwhelming, and I know that it seems like, man, like I just don't know where to start. where to start is really just start by doing little things daily and starting to incorporate. You don't have to win the war just overnight. The biggest thing is like, okay, if you're eating in a specific way, it's just to make a little change. Maybe instead of going out 4 or 5 days a week, maybe you cut down to 1 to 2 to 3, and then maybe you cut that down to 1 or 2, and then 1, and then maybe less than 1. If you're eating sugar 5 days a week, maybe you cut down that to 3. I think it's that slow, steady process instead of thinking that you have to jump into this way of eating, this way of this way of living, because I think the crash and burn mentality and anything that you do is unsustainable, and majority of the time it's going to lead you back to the bad habits that got you there in the first place. And so when you're receiving all this information about the different foods and understanding that our food's being poisoned and messed with and processed, etc., is understand that the damage is done, and you're not going to be able to heal your body overnight. It's going to take time, commitment, and a day-to-day commitment to it. Slowly wean yourself back off this, because the fact is you're addicted. Here's the thing, Evan. If you tomorrow were to stop drinking caffeine, what would happen in your body?
I mean, we were just talking about this. Like your body's naturally going to react. Number one, but number two, that's actually a big reason why people cannot stay off this shit, is because just the abrupt quit. I was telling you, like, I pretty much consistently am having caffeine, and I've noticed, like, if I go a morning without having any caffeine, all of a sudden I start getting that that dull headache. But what I probably need to do is, it's like, I probably should have caffeine a little bit, but it's like, instead of just not having it, it's slowly
reverting back. And the easiest implementation to take away from this is, if you're buying store-bought beef, now is the time to be able to transfer those dollars and put it into this. I mean, the transfer of money is really it's happening, and your buying habits is just a really easy thing, because that's now a click of the button, and you have to stop purchasing your meats from the grocery store. And I'm going to disclaimer and say this, and I've said this on every opportunity that I've had in terms of a public platform, is we aren't grocery store pricing. But we're not a grocery store quality. It's not grocery store quality.
Exactly. You pay for what you get,
If I have to make adjustments in other aspects of my life to be able to open up the opportunity to have the money and purchasing power to put the valuable foods that I know that are going to be enabling me to live optimally, I'm doing that. The inherent belief of the cost is in the short term. But I believe that the detriment is truly in the long term. Because the short-term pleasure is causing long-term detriment, because now look at LDL. I mean, look at all sorts of heart disease. Look at cancers. Look at obesity. I mean, look at all these health issues that are going to be, out of sight, out of mind today, right now, at our age is fine. But 20, 30 years, this might come back, and there might be a lot of problems that you're going to be paying for actually then.
Exactly.
And not only...
It's the long term for sure.
For sure. Say that. And not only paying for it in terms of money, this is what I said. I said, I look at my body as a vessel. I look at it as a machine. I wouldn't go pour sugar into your gas tank, right? Because you know that your gas tank's not going to. I'm not saying I don't live perfect. I definitely eat my sweets, and I eat some foods, and I don't live in a glass house. But I do my best to limit them. I allow myself to have these freedoms when I feel that the freedom is necessary. But ultimately, what I want to do is be able to put foods in my body. I mean, there's so many things. I want to put foods. I want to put information in my body. I want to be in environments that are conducive to me living optimally. But I truly believe it starts with nutrition. And when you put the proper nutrition in your body with the highest quality of nutrients, highest quality of ingredients, and from the best resourcing possible, the best sources possible, then it's going to definitely allow you to live optimally. And then for me, as a business owner, as a future father, as somebody that has to show up physically every day, I don't have time to be sick, and sick costs me money. And I don't have time and or energy to be sick and costing myself money, because I'm feeding myself crap and or anything outside of myself that doesn't allow me to live optimally.
I think it's about time for maybe a little bit of raw liver again.
Evan, I ate all my raw liver. Okay, you've been sitting over here. Just absolutely milking it. All right, how is it? Honestly, we probably should have ate it a lot faster because it's so much better when it's like right out of the freezer or fridge. It's still got a little bit of that crispiness, like the warmth kind of like softens
All
it
right.
up a little bit. I'll eat some more of yours.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
After that one, I think I might need a little water.
yeah, a little water. So that kind of leads us into what I like the origin of everything, how it got
Yeah.
started, and really what inspired us to start all this. And just being a Montana boy myself, seeing what was going on within the meat industry, and knowing that I could provide something for people that I don't think is fairly mainstream. It's a
Yep.
very unique product. I have
Yep.
multiple different businesses.
Yep.
It was something that I've never done before, but I was very passionate about it because I
100%.
could see the absolute value that was laid in this business.
Yep.
And so I was like, you know what? I think this is great. I think that this is something that a lot of people can truly benefit from. And it was something that I initially was going to do as a solo mission, but I was sitting there thinking, man, like in reality, I really want to have somebody that wants to push this in more like dude, up to this point, besides Liver King and besides Paul Saladino,
Yeah.
outside of that, if you look at some of the ranches that they're pushing and things of the such,
Yeah.
like nobody is really doing this in a way that's like attractive or like just keeping up with the status quo. And that's not to be a diss for ranchers.
Yeah.
Ranchers just want to do what ranchers do.
Exactly.
So let influencers and let people
Yeah.
and let marketers and people that
Exactly.
people that want to be on the internet, let them do what they want to do. And so we're taking the purpose and the passion of us and we're parent and our ability to be able to spread this message across a large platform
Yeah.
and combining it with old school Montanans,
Hell yeah.
dude.
Hell
And so
yeah.
you being a fellow Montana,
Yep.
I went to you, and then and then understanding your passion for number one,
Yeah.
Montana made products,
Hell yeah.
and number two, beef and organs. I just
Yeah.
thought that this was a no brainer to reach out to, man.
Hell yeah, man. No, and like me personally, man. I think it's kind of crazy how this all worked out because to go back a couple pages, you and I, we met how many years ago? What 7, 8 years? I mean, God, how many
No,
years?
10 years ago,
10
dude.
years ago, dude.
Yeah, I'm 29
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I first met you when I was 18, so 11 years ago.
That's crazy, dude. So yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I'll just say I think it's cool. Like-minded people truly end up finding each other. And like someone like us, like we didn't communicate, bro, for years on years on years. And me personally, like where I'm at in my life today, I have a day job. I do marketing. I'm involved, in multiple different, businesses. And I'm really trying to find, my path in life and what's going to work. And I really believe in order to do that, you got to be open-minded and take chances and truly try different things. And when you came to me with this, like it was so perfect because everything I'm involved in outside of my daily job, it's kind of in slightly, different industries. And end of the day, man, regardless of all of the other stuff I'm touching, this one to me is so interesting because it's food. Like end of the day, like people need food. And I think, us coming out of just a crazy couple years, 2020, 2021, we were in this whole COVID, world. And I feel now more than ever, health, dude, is getting more and more popular. And I truly feel that we are now in a space where people are really opening their eyes to what they're eating, what they're consuming. Are they working out? Are they drinking enough water? All these different things. And I think we're now in a space where not only they care about their health, but then you mix in like, this whole convenience factor that we talked about earlier. But, getting back to the product itself, I think, you made a great point, you coming to me being from Montana. I'm all about supporting local. I post on my social media all the time, like support your friends, buy small business. And I personally try to do that anytime I can. I see someone, coming out with a clothing brand or selling this, that, whatever. I'm always trying to support them, tag them, whatever it is. So it was just honestly, bro, like when you came to me, like you checked all boxes. My dream is to, 10 years from now, look at my life and be surrounded by not only like-minded people, but just growing wealth and business with friends.
It checks off all the boxes. We're two Montana boys that we're passionate. We want to bring business back into the state of Montana.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that we have a top tier product. That the biggest thing is when I get into any business that I go into is like, I don't want to be like have a mediocre product, but just like a grand slam marketing plan.
Yeah.
I think that happens too often. I've seen it in every single industry. You have a subpar product that just has a massive marketing budget and a massive marketing grand slam scheme behind it.
Yeah.
For us, I looked at Farm Sushi and our partnership with McCafferty Ranch as literally the best of the best.
Yeah.
And for me, being from Montana, I truly believe that that's ingrained in who we are.
Yeah.
And our values and alignment with us as business owners, aligning with McCafferty's and what they've done for 100 years, woken up at 4 a.m, 3 a.m. to bring in the cattle, to move the cattle, to brand them, to do whatever is necessary. Yeah. I mean, that is like that blue collar tough, man.
And honestly, I thinking back at from when you first approached me with this, you and I having pretty big personalities. We're pretty loud on social media. I was like, we're gonna be able to crush this part, but I think our biggest task at hand is finding a ranch to work with. And I look back at that process. I originally had an idea from someone local Bozeman area where my mom lives. You had a couple ideas, and then ended up with McCafferty Ranch, and I think it's going to be a great partnership.
We've talked about so much on this podcast, Evan, and I think the meat and potatoes of what it comes down to is how to get some farm sushi delivered straight from the ranch to your door, man. So where can people find it, and what's the process of getting some of the stuff on your dinner table?
Hell yeah. So first and foremost, our website is farmsushi.com. Farmsushi.com has a variety of stuff going on. First thing I just want to talk through is my guy's got his nice little hat on here. Got his Farm Sushi tee on. So we definitely have some merch for the brand. If you guys would like to support farmsushi.com, get yourself a little hat. Wear to the gym, rock out, however you'd like. For the ladies out there, we actually got a handful of different colors of bikinis. So I know it's not exactly swimsuit season right now, but prepare for next year's swim season. And everyone throws on a suit here and there in the winter, jump in that jacuzzi or whatever. But so we got some cool merch stuff that we're starting with the brand. So you guys want to rock with us, support us, check out our merch. That is on there. But most importantly, where you can go to check out our handful of products that we have would be the tab for the meat and raw organs. And one call out on that is, as Josh explained with us, we have partnered with McCafferty Ranch, and the entire ordering and checkout flow is going to be on our partner's website. So you can go to farmsushi.com if you would like. We also share a link on some of our socials for the direct link to McCafferty Ranch website that you can purchase. But you're going to go to farmsushi.com, the meat and raw organs, and that's going to direct you to McCafferty Ranch website. And Josh, I think you're going to walk us through all the different products we have. So
once you're there, it's super simple, man. They really lay it out nicely. So you have the option of buying some different packages.
Yep. All individual options.
Yes.
Yep.
All individual options and then package options, which is great. So you can get some of the select cuts, which is the tomahawks, which we literally just sold out of the tomahawk sticks.
The tomahawk?
Yeah. Fat boys, cowboy cut,
Cowboy cut,
3-pounder.
Yes.
Yeah, those are for the kings. Those are for the cowboys out there.
Yep.
And so you have the option of the individualized cuts, and you could get 1 pound of burger if you'd like, or you can buy a package of it and have all sorts of different varieties of cuts and whatnot within that specific package, which I think is great for a lot of people because they're like, man, I don't really want to go on here and buy like 1 or 2 pieces. I want to get a bulk order. That's awesome. Get a bulk order and stock your freezer.
Yep.
Second option, obviously, is a la carte. So obviously, Thanksgiving's around, birthdays, special events, etc. You want to make a nice dinner for your lady out there, or just your boys want to come over. You want to grill on a Sunday. Don't be grilling no Costco beef.
Yes.
I mean, like, do yourself and your buddies a favor and level up your steak game and buy some of our premium cuts of steaks, our ribeye steaks, our T-bone steaks, our sirloin steaks, our New York strip steak. So all of our premium cuts of steaks are on there as well, and they're offered in different sizes as well.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yes.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, the different sizing. I mean, is you can get a small cut, medium cut, cowboy cut, and it'll tell you like the range of which the size of the cut is.
Yep.
And so I think that's a great option. So with all of the different holidays that are coming up, all the different events that you have in your life coming up, celebrate with the highest quality meats. It's super simple to get it to you. Like we said, we've touched on this a little bit before. Once you order on the website, people are like, well, when's my order going to be here? When's it going to happen?
Yep.
Just so everybody's aware, when you order on the website, orders are shipped out on Tuesday, and there's some flat rate shipping options depending on the weight of the packages that then will be shipped to your door in one day, overnighted, straight to your door, arrives frozen.
Amazing.
That's it, baby. It's like magic. Does it get any smoother? If it was, it'd be called butter.
Yeah.
You know?
No, and like, at the beginning there, you're talking about the bundles.
Yes.
And I think the bundles are a really, really great option for people that would like to try like a variety of stuff. One of my favorites is there's a hamburger package there.
Yes.
So people who use hamburger, whether it's for patties and making burgers, you're grilling. Or putting beef in a variety of different dishes that you're making.
Yes.
There's some really cool ground beef. I guess I call it like a bundle.
Yes.
But there's already some that are even like pre-seasoned.
The Mexican seasoned one.
That's awesome.
Didn't your mom?
Yeah.
Mama Sherry, wasn't she just?
Yeah.
Interesting enough, both of our moms' names are Sherry.
That's wild. That's wild.
But your mama.
Yeah. Queen Bee. Yeah.
She got down and dirty on some of the Mexican flavored.
Yeah. So that was actually my mom bought the beef bundle.
Yes.
And like that's a prime example. Like you can buy those bundles like even if like you live alone. My mom, me and my sister obviously don't live with her. It's just her. And she got the beef bundle. And she threw like a couple in the fridge to unthaw. She put the other. It was like I think there's like 5-6 in that bundle or something.
Yes.
Tossed the rest in the freezer, man, and pulled it out when she needed. But yeah, she made some tacos with the Mexican season 1, man, and she loved it.
Awesome.
She loved it. So
something else that I want to touch on, obviously, is our vision moving forward and the progression that we feel. Obviously, we're taking step by step with McCafferty Ranch. And we entrust in them and they entrust in us.
Yeah.
And some things that we're both working on is really elevating our options for the consumer to the next level.
Yep.
And something that we're obviously big on is meat and organs, right?
Yep.
So organs in and of itself, not many people just want to eat raw liver like you and I just did. Many people don't want to eat raw heart like you and I just did. So we're actually going to be dropping an ancestral blend that is 95% burger and 5% liver. So you'll be able to have the benefits of the liver, if you, especially with females and or children that aren't going to eat liver by in and of itself. The ground burger definitely takes over the taste of any liver. You can't even tell that it's in there. But you're getting the benefit of the liver.
That's awesome, man. I don't know about you, bro, but I don't think I've seen that in a grocery store.
I've never seen that in a grocery store. There's very select number of companies that are truly offering this. It's very select number of companies out there, of ranches that are truly doing ranch to table and truly ranches that I even trust, number one.
Exactly.
And so this option really is great for women. It's great for children, and it's great for men who truly don't want to eat the liver as it is. And just to disclose this, you don't have to eat the liver raw. It is what it is. If you want to eat the liver raw, that's great. You got one more.
I actually got one piece left. So I mean, I don't know how close you guys been watching this, but Josh actually didn't eat all his. I've been eating his.
Yeah, Evan's taking over. We're all done there. We just put down about a couple ounces of liver. Have you ever had heart tacos before?
Heart tacos?
Yes.
I think I broke a couple hearts. But,
Yeah.
but no.
Yeah.
Just joking.
Yeah.
No hard tacos, man.
Heart tacos, man, are so delicious.
Okay.
Yeah, so like just amazing. So many people are like, well, what would I have heart with?
Yeah.
And tacos, I mean, all sorts of different items that you make it with. So what's really cool is I feel that we have a really good starting point, and in the future as well, we want to get into a potential subscription base too. Yeah. So talk about that. Obviously, you knew or know a lot about subscription based things, and talk about like the power of subscription based, but like our purpose and like our direction moving potentially in that direction. This is the caviar. This is the fine dining. This is the red panty night that you're whipping out here for Farm Sushi. But I want everybody to live in that royalty with our products, because in reality, like I said, we are a little bit more expensive, but the expense is direct correlation with the value and the product that we provide. Yeah. And it's absolutely 100% worth it when you make that commitment to be able to navigate other parts of your life to align with making this one thing really work for you, because food is the number one supplier of your energy, your vitality, and what you're putting in, you're definitely going to get it in terms of your activity and your day-to-day energy, vitality, your mood, everything.
Yeah. No, and you know, the I was just thinking in my head, I'm just like, you know, what would I really want, you know, as a consumer if I was to be ordering this? And the one thing I want to throw out there, you know, to anyone that's watching this is we want to hear from you guys as well.
Yes.
You know, so if there's any, you know, you guys take a look at Farm Sushi's site. We appreciate everyone taking a look at it. Browse through our products. You know, see what your thoughts are. You know, Josh and I have laid this out very well. You know, we're tailoring to those people who really want higher quality products and, you know, truly that convenience factor. But if there's, you know, different cuts or, you know, maybe some ideas that you have, I don't know about you, bro, but I'm super open-minded to, you know, feedback and ideas and suggestions. And, you know, we're at that ground level of launching, you know, Farm Sushi, and we're truly just getting started. So I'm looking forward to it. And I hope, you know, everyone takes that chance and takes a chance with us. Put some better quality products in their bodies, but let's hear some feedback as well.
Absolutely. People over profits.
Yes.
That's Montana style, Montana made, Montana grown, Montana sold straight to your door, Farm Sushi. You can find the links to our pages, our personal pages, in the description box below, but head to farmsushi.com. Do your shopping today. I mean, right now, don't put it off. Do it today. Check out our large variety of package and select items of meats and organs. We got Mr. Lunde doing a live action reaction video for the first time eating raw liver. Yep. And so it wasn't good, man. It wasn't bad, you know. Yep. And so I think you'll do it again.
I don't know if it was good as my grandma's liver and onions.
Yeah, man. I don't know if it. I think Grandma's liver and onions are always, you know, undefeated, untouchable, heavyweight champion of the world.
Hey, sometimes, man, it's about a sacrifice, and
it is.
Hey, it's you know, health is wealth.
Health is wealth, baby. So I appreciate everyone who tunes in.
Thank you guys.
Please comment and subscribe. You can find all the links to all of our socials down below, and we will see you next time on More in the Know podcast.
Thank you.